Plate 29 is a very fine flat of mineral specimens that are part of my collection. We'll go through this flat piece by piece. The first piece is a very fine matrix specimen of bastnasite. It is a rare earth mineral. It is a halide as well. This one was formerly in the collection of Wayne Sorensen. And of course it passed through Wayne Thompson's hands at one time. What makes this piece superior is the separated, glassy, well-defined crystals on an aesthetic contrasting matrix. This second piece is a complex crystal of carolite with very minor chalcopyrite attached. It is on a matrix of crystallized, colourless, rhombohedral calcite. Matrix carolite specimens are over 1,000 times rarer than loose carolite crystals. I sold this piece to a collector in around 2010 or 2009 and bought it back again. Superior quality rose quartz is from Alto di Pitera. You can actually see that these quartz crystals, they're over 1 centimetre long. In fact, some of them are probably more like 2 centimetres long. The rose quartz, when it does occur, the occurrence of rose quartz is rare. It occurs in 3 or 4 small prospects in Minas Gerais. It occurs in Maine, it occurs in Afghanistan. I believe that there's a locality in southern Africa, but it doesn't produce crystals. It just produces massive hunks of quartz. This is quite a large one too. This one consists of this arrangement of rose quartz crystals on a shard of crystalline colourless quartz. This is a wonderful dioptase on calcite. And this one is of course from Tsumeb. I got this piece in a trade that I did with Mike Kime about 12 or 18 months ago. Now, the largest crystal on this dioptase is an inch long. An inch is a psychologically important milestone. But dioptase crystals, which are an inch long, are quite rare. But that is even despite this era of production from Kayokafeld in northern Namibia and Christos claim also in northern Namibia and also the French Congo. Yes, these localities occasionally produce crystals over 2 inches long. I've had 2 inch long crystals of dioptase from Kayokafeld, which I've sold, and they're very desirable. But 1 inch is still relatively rare for dioptase. Now, this is a great rarity. And I got this in a trade that I did with Stuart Walensky during a visit to his home in Middleton in New York. And that was in March of 2012. There is absolutely no doubt that Sichuan province, China, sets the standard in size and aesthetics for mangan bavingtonite. Bavingtonite from Massachusetts and India is much, 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 much smaller. I once owned an Indian bavingtonite which was only 5 millimetres long and on matrix, and that was considered pretty good, pretty large. But bavingtonite is just so much more desirable when it occurs as these crystals that are 2 inches long or even longer. This is a fine bavingtonite. It's a great rarity, and it's worth between $75,000 and $100,000. I spent 6 months in the United States in 2012 alone, hunting the beautiful azurite. Now, there is absolutely no doubt at all that Milpillas cananeia in the Sonora Desert region of Mexico is the world's greatest azurite deposit in terms of production and in terms of preservation. But Seapond, localities including Seapond Mine and probably Anhoy may be just as great, but there just hasn't been the high rate of preservation because these localities are distant from the markets in the United States and Europe. Now this one looks quite dusty on camera, but this is just a special property that azurite has when it plays with light. Now, these crystals that you are looking at are in fact not true azurite crystals. They're very pretty azurites, but what we have here are in fact malachite pseudomorphs after azurite covered with a veneer of azurite. And the malachite underneath, or the surface of the pseudomorph underneath, interacts with light in a way such that these azurites glow a beautiful neon blue. And I've lost my light. That's a shame. We'll go on with this box shortly.